finish it. I must finish it. All the power and influence I have, yet I couldn't predict this would happen. Do I deserve the love within you? Do I deserve having you back? Weaving the thread of reality means nothing if I don't have you by my side. I must finish it, to prove to everything that lays beyond the fabric of this universe that some things transcend us and deserve to be saved. To prove to you how far I will go to be with you again. I will write, and I will finish it. Day 1. Shall this road taken not narrow down to oblivion, but rather take me into the essence of my own beyond? The mist won't resemble fear, as it veils a place of retreat from beasts consuming my every awakened and dormant thought. This darkness won't be but a sight into the tempting unknown, to what lays further within the snow-covered woods of my own. Look around, my beloved. It all died just as I began to breathe. Look deeper. I shall never look back. The perpetual night which lingers around these frosted branches and God's ashes on soil shall torment the wretched and wrong whilst nourishing my desire for more. And for every word burned or unsaid, one should be written to rebuild what has been devoured by the shadows that are taking you away from me. Day 3. Do you remember the warm embrace of our bodies during the first snow? Lying inside of our room, brightened up by amber light at the walls. Your lips gliding over my skin. Shivers raising the hair on my neck and arms as you whispered into my ear. Everything is the way it's supposed to be. Everything is alright. The voice always has that effect on me. It warms my blood, keeps my mind enthralled. So do your eyes and every new gaze you bless me with. Your expression changing in a way I have ever only seen when facing me. Descending skin to skin. The care within your touch. The feeling of your body reacting to my slow searchings and explorations. Tightening your hold over and around. The bending and arching of your spine to get as close as physically possible to me, while yet still trying to reach beyond flesh and beyond bones, a place in between where our eyes meet and our breaths melt while fingers entwine, almost aching to become more than what we are. Sweet kisses streaming all over my face and onto my lips, flavorful, more than ruby red wine and sweeter than chocolate. With the breath you exhale, having a rich scent that mends my senses. Shall these words make it come to pass? Day 5. When the world around us seems to want to consume every last margin, throw us into a pit of homelessness despair, I only need to gaze at you to remind myself where home truly stands. It beats with its unwavering character inside of your chest. Your heart is my compass, my one true north, an indelible mystery that contrasts and casts my demons away. And for every word burned or unsaid, one should be written to rebuild what has been devoured by the shadows that are taking you away from me. Day 8. This crimson ink marking the paper like our nails used to dig deep into each other's skin, leaving traces and signs in the language of mutual passion and desire. No place safe enough from our naughty, playful spirits. Your melodic giggles and laughs from being tickled by my fingertips. Then suddenly stopping in a perfect silence, a perfect stare. Lusty kisses followed, tasting with teeth and tongue, touches sliding over and underneath clothes. Hidden behind trees, hidden from everything but each other, revealed to no one but the only one. So close then and now, I was and still am tethered to your perfume. As I tore clothes off of you, making my way to your sensual nakedness, your delicate hands seemed to have immeasurable strength as they tamed the beast within me, taming my soul, manifesting through this carnal call. You took my face in between them and guided me slowly down your body. The way you wanted it, the way you liked it, I always loved to indulge. Draw memories in my mind from endless details about your design and about this ever-enduring love. Shall these words make it come to pass? Day 13. I'm fond of the memory of the mellow crackling sound and unmistakable scent of the wood burning in our fireplace. The light from the moon pervading everything, reflecting in the waters outside and gently carrying its way into our room through the window and curtains. The silver dancing a slow waltz with the red and amber and moving shadows from darkness and flames. Nothing coming to intrude our intimacy, our slow, quiet movements, untroubled, contemplative, ever so curious, tantric, the sheets rustling softly at every caress, every twist and turn of our bodies, pearls of sweat forming on my temples and spine, dampening the bed sheets as I slide my way down on you, savoring the taste of you, your scent, taking my time with you, almost religiously tied to your being, filled with reverential bliss at every passing fraction of a second just by being in your presence. My goddess, finding my way into you with my fingers, swallowing all you gift me with from inside you. My goddess, my hands and tongue tracing patterns along your most sensitive parts, both of us wishing this night would never end, the air vibrating with your moans and the wet sounds of your desire. My only goddess, you moving away from that position then to remove the sheets and take me in your mouth, melting my mind down a sudden spiral of pleasure, losing ourselves within this intense moment of mutual devotion and love. You're every color I see, and every place I wanna be in. So take me as I take you, soak me as I soak you, bathe me in your wholeness. Let's unify ourselves yet again, emotionally and physically. Let the sighs, whispers, quivering breath, and moans escape us until every last drop has been released, and the absoluteness of our imagination live to satisfaction, as you would say, dissolved into each other. For in this kind of union, there is no such thing as sin. Our souls thrive as they communicate through touch, washing away fear and insecurity, sinking in the cleansing, iridescent waters of love as we wade deeper in, eternalized in an embrace that nothing would ever have the power of dividing. Not life, nor death, nor anything beyond. We revel in these waters, spinning, embraced, intertwined, bound together by a thread that is visible only to you and I, and keeping us tied through all of the torments and comforts of our intermittent state of existence. We are never lost to each other and our purpose. We're perpetually drawn to it. I was always drawn to you, as you were to me. I may not bear the same powers and knowledge of our Maker, but through the ability I was born with, I did manage to fortify my conviction of our timeless bond. I am fond of the memory of fire, but so does it revive an aching burn in my heart. Despite it all, through the acceptance of our torments and comfort, we shall be together in this again, and for every word burned or unsaid, one should be written to rebuild what has been devoured by the shadows that wanted to take you away from me. Day 14. For they torched our walls down, wallowing not in the pleasure of creation, but in envy and the pursuit of destruction. For generations, my ancestors' blood has gifted this people with dreamscapes, refuge and purpose through their ability. I followed this tradition by using my own blood as ink to write onto the sacred paper of these tomes, transforming words into a visible, tangible, and desirable reality, trading 5 years of each of these people's lives for each one of their wishes. A transaction cost necessary, you see, to make their desire come true. Where this inherited ability comes from, nobody knows for sure anymore. The original tale has been lost and forgotten throughout the ages. I just know that this is the legacy that was passed on to me. It easily imposed the responsibility for me to transfer the person's energy and link all the pieces together so that it can all come to life. It is within the spectrum of my ability to see their energy manifest from their bodies, and it is my burden to determine whether their request disrupts the order of what's beyond the universe, and therefore being denied, or if it leads to a variety of acceptable outcomes and being approved. Some would get so greedy, asking for several wishes at one time, that I could see their skin age and wrinkle right in front of me. Despite the warnings given, they rarely were able to handle the reflection of themselves in the mirror a few moments later. Eyes would be filled with terror, and the panic that followed would lead them to temporary madness or permanent insanity. Only requests driven by the deepest kind of love or truest lack of emotion seemed to never bear any regret. I was then tempted by my own longing. I exchanged 5 years of my life to transfer my own vision into reality. I did not try to hide it. They saw this as an act of sacrilege, the creation of you. Still bound to ancient, unwritten laws claiming a Traumschreiber's descendant like myself, a Dreamscribe, shall never make use of their ability and tomes to forge their own visions into reality. An unwritten stain in time that feels more like a punishment over my family's legacy, caused by the fear of our knowledge, than a request bearing any true collective benefit. Furthermore, the scarcity of our kind made it so that we would always be needed by society, which led them to decide that shortening a Traumschreiber's life expectancy is a crime against all humanity. Yes, we're given food, a prestigious shelter, and precious gifts, but what does the kingdom serve for if the price is the denial of our innermost vital need? Shouldn't we be able to choose our destiny? I wanted to bring change to this unwritten abomination, keeping me inside a phantom prison I felt myself caged in. Meanwhile, you have always been there, living inside of my mind and heart, warming up my soul every day and every night, breathing inside of me since my day of birth, concealed within me. It's only natural that I eventually came around to free you. All that time, you'd been my muse, waiting for me to use my rare ability to write and describe your physical embodiment, materialize you from what I had only seen in lucid dreams, inspired and soothed by the unparalleled love you made me feel whenever I would meet you there, patiently waiting for me to reconcile the roads that were keeping us apart. Where you came from, or how I managed to constantly see you, may remain a mystery for the rest of our lives, but I do know that you are all I ever desired since envisioning you for the first time and having felt you close. I realized more and more at every new day's twilight how much I lacked purpose without you in my waking life. All the gold in the world wouldn't have brought me comfort from the miserable state I found myself falling into. And so I wrote in silence. I wrote every single detail about you. From the color of your skin to the one of your eyes, the length of your hair and shape of your body, the sound of your voice. Every smallest detail was penned down precisely as I had observed and memorized during our encounters throughout the years, when you would come visit me in my dreams. My words revealing everything about your nature and character. Then, once I knew the description was finished, I sealed the tone with my ability. I allowed those written words to transcend dreams and reality, and from there I created you. Brought you from whichever plane of existence you were in before onto my side. Finally together. People didn't see the purity of my intention, didn't see your light, or perhaps were blinded by it. With anger, envy, and ignorance, they broke into our home, took every tone they could find, shredded the paper onto the ground, burned countless pages of realities made and to be made, unaware they were setting up in flames their own wishes and dreamscapes they made me create for them until it was too late. As paper turned to ash, and my words for you were lit up into the air, so did you vanish out of this world. But for as long as they won't tear my heart out of my chest, I would keep finding my way back to you. And so I am writing in secret on the only tome I have left, the one I was holding while watching the fire in our home climb into the sky. We were standing on the hills watching it happen, and it was there in the middle of the night that I witnessed you slowly disappear. I've exiled myself away from those beasts roaming the outside whilst keeping those lurking inside of me at bay. I will protect this stone with my life. As days blend one into another, it is hard to fight the need to hold you into my arms again. I miss you like water and air, but I must persevere. For us, for it was meant to be, for a reality without you terrifies me, for I am in all of you. I must free you again, give you our memories back, not just the joy, but the pain too, for I want you complete, and for this is life in its most essential state, for I will never lie to you. For I will always love you so long as you love me, no matter what came or comes down our way. Darkness and demons shall be repelled by the grace within you. So, for every word burned or unsaid, one has been written to rebuild what has been devoured by the shadows that wanted to take you away from me. And for every word written this way, my blood shall make it all come to pass, so that we can be. Mikhail. Rh'yyvâh. Rh'yyvâh. Nara Sarvaklut. Rh'yyvâh. Nara Buzko. Rh'yyvâh. 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 be without you. I feel bereft. It's like trying to fill a never-ending, soul-devouring void inside of my chest. Being drawn to you and yet far from you stretches time in ways I can't always seem to understand nor accept. I did create you, but you will always be the goddess of my heart and mind. One without the other can simply not be, lest where it ceases to exist. I always love this place. It is safe now. Safe to return home. I have missed you tremendously. With me. For the way I have protected the last time, and what will ever come to harm you again. Whether we perish or live will now only be determined by events of cosmic scales. It will be done so side by side, together. I have finished it. I have rewritten every word burned and unsaid. My blood made them all come to pass. No, I know no fear knowing you are there. Should you ever be fearful of anything or hurt, I'll take you to my arms and shatter your trouble to pieces. Come. Yes, I promise. Everything is the way it's supposed to be. Everything is alright. The stars are aligned with this dream and naught else, the present state. Do you remember those words? Nothing can or will take you away from me no more. Now we can be. By God, did I miss seeing those eyes looking at me. Forgive me for having allowed them to do this to you. I know that it wasn't guided by my will, but perhaps I could have thought of better ways to protect you. Indeed, you're right. You're here now. Nothing else matters. Yes. I hope it's not that apparent. You see, I had to trade another 5 years to seal the last tome. So, my body is now 10 years older than what it should normally be. I hope that doesn't scare you. No. Don't tear up now. No. You're worth it. You're worth it all. I will sacrifice my entire being into nothingness for you if it ever had to come to that. I will always find my way back to you, even if it were to cost me everything. No, I will not get back to those people, those beasts. Even if I wanted, I have nothing left to give to them anyway. I have no space in my heart anymore for such hypocrisy. I'll find other ways to get by. Some days were harder than others. Fighting off my inner demons that wanted to eat me alive, consume me whole. All the doubts and uncertainty, feeling like a fraud because I couldn't protect you. I just had to keep my head down, pour my blood out, and do whatever was within my powers to bring you back. Prove to you and to myself that I would do anything for us. Yes. Move to other lands, discover new things that resonate with our true nature, build our new home. Or maybe I should say build a place that will keep home warm, because my home is right here. Inside of this wonderful chest. Behind those magnificent eyes, breathing life right next to me now, in this very moment. The depth of the meaning of your existence still eludes my understanding. Yet I do feel it gives me the will to defy death. It's one of my greatest drives to stay alive and find life beyond life itself. I wrote a sentence. Even during the great drought from 25 years ago, which lasted 9 whole months, I don't remember having missed water as much as I've missed having your lips on mine. Now, I hadn't been taught about my powers then, and my father had passed away. My mother had to take up the role as master and teach me the ways of a Traumschreiber. It was probably for the best, since she told me stories of his ways of being, inside of homes, walls, when away from the crowd's eyes. Somewhat abusive, drunk and madly deluded from his own power. She has no powers. Her sister did, but she wasn't among us anymore either. Yes. Despite the rules, my mother always thought I should pursue my own ways. I came to learn at my own cost through all of this, no matter the attachment we think is implied behind a tie. Sometimes there is a shallow end to deep things, and letting go is the only way to survive. It's hard to please everyone, bleed every day, pouring the blood on paper, trying to make sure every piece fits whilst feeling unappreciated along the process. At some point it had become evident I needed you if I did not want to lose my way entirely. She was still alive when I left. Very old, forgetful, poor soul, but quite well. She's surely still alive. Traumschreiber always dream of the passing of someone close in a revealing way. No matter the distance, Kenley was quite dismayed, and those dreams always reflect the way we felt about them. I had no dream of this kind about her yet. With you, it was somewhat different. I couldn't reach you anymore in my dreams, as if you were protecting yourself from the world, including me. Where did you actually come from? I still wonder how you have always been there for me. What is it? What's this? Wait, this is a page from a Traumschreiber's tome. Where did you? You want me to read it? So much mystery. Alright then. Let's see what this is. My dearest, ljh'tâ. This is Rh'yyvâh. This is the language, Rh'yyvâh, the language of the Traumschreibers. But who wrote this? Okay, fine. I'm just gonna continue. My dearest, ljh'tâ.
I will write this note inside of my last tome so that the history and legacy of you shall not be dispersed through the passing of time, so that you will get to know yourself and your ancestry. I already sealed the tome, so this shall only be a harmless afterword dedicated to you. You must know that you are the descendant of a Traumschreiber's family. Certainly what this means will become clear to you eventually. What is far more important for me to tell you right now is that we miss you greatly. You were a 4-year-old child that made the stars in the sky look brighter at night and make the sun feel warmer during cold winter days. Our ljh'tâ. That is how my wife and I called you all the time. It means dance of the light, you know? Please make sure you learn our language as you grow up. Learning Rh'yyvâh is essential to make use of the ability you were born with. When you appeared to me in my dream after your untimely death, I felt my chest almost collapsing under the weight of the pain and anger. There I saw what I had recognized within you every waking day. A genuine, pure-hearted girl with the greatest desire to live, to love and be loved. The light coming from you was so bright that I could not keep my eyes open. Then darkness took you in, swallowed you whole. Being able to open my eyes again felt like a curse and an injustice. I woke up crying and sweating from that dream, feeling as if there was a slit in the sky and I was falling in reverse towards it. Given that my wife had died of age just a month before, I felt and still feel like the loneliest man alive with you gone too. It is this feeling that inspired and moved me to do what no other Traumschreiber ever dared doing for centuries before me, nor no other will ever do after me, since this act was banished by society and the scriptures illustrating these forbidden ways have been burned to ashes long ago. Be that as it may, I did manage to read them in secret in my childhood and still recall the words in every part of the process. Traumschreibers can reverse time within a tome, but by giveth laws of the universe it requires a sacrifice reaching beyond our blood. That sacrifice is the Traumschreiber's life itself. Irreversible death to trade another death for metamorphosis instead. If no sickness or murder befalls us, Traumschreibers have an average life expectancy of 70 years, which makes my time draw near enough anyway. The next time I lay to sleep, the last tome I sealed will come into effect. Time will revert to a joyous afternoon. My life will be exchanged for yours, and the entirety of your being will be transferred into an in-between realm I created for you, so that your death will be prevented from happening again. This realm shall find its binding to the life of a Traumschreiber with a genuine heart and a mind capable of transporting you back into our world. He shall be the one you need, and you be the one he needs, souls linked by an unbreakable, everlasting thread throughout the eons. This very page you're reading shall appear to you within a dream of yours, when you will be certain of your new awakening. You shall find it lying on soil inside shadows underneath the tallest pine trees you've ever seen, where their scent blends with the gentle air of the sea and the sounds of the night. His familiar voice will gently rise from behind you. You will have the choice to be carried away by the wind or follow his words. Let not the winds of life drown out the whispers you share, but may they carry them safely to each other's ears with clarity and tenderness. After the collision of worlds, there can be beauty found amidst the destruction as creation arises from the aftermath. As for every dreamscape created by a Traumschreiber, when the receiver of the wish goes to sleep, they shall wake with their dream made true. So while I lay to sleep, you wake up and be who you are meant to be. For this is my final wish. Good night, ljh'tâ. For all eternity yours, your great-grandfather, Vyh'tus Kah'n.
Vyh'tus Kah'n. I'm sorry, I'm just recollecting my thoughts. I have seen so much in this life, but this page left me speechless, and I can imagine. So you found this right before I walked towards you in your latest dream? I guess you chose not to be swayed by the wind then. Thank you for trusting me and following me back into this world. I know it must not have been an easy choice, despite the depth of our binding. Really. I never doubted us either. I still can't believe what I just read. All my life I wondered about you, and now the answer finally lays right in my hands. And Vyh'tus Kah'n being your great-grandfather, time reversal. I am lost in absolute bewilderment. Of course I know him. It is him who convinced the council to build the Traum Library, which contains all of the known Traumschreiber's history, from the basics of the Rh'yyvâh language, leading all the way up to the mastery of the most advanced techniques that allow us to do what we do. Without those priceless resources, I'm not sure my mother would have been able to teach me properly the arts and abilities of a Traumschreiber. Of course, they never mentioned time reversal and what he chose to do in the end. If giving away 5 years is considered a crime, imagine sacrificing a whole life. This piece of information has been intentionally kept away and erased for obvious reasons, I'm sure. Do you have any memory of him? Well, that's understandable. It's a small miracle you remember that much, considering you were only 4 years old. And maybe you don't know, but Vyh'tus Kah'n died almost 300 years ago. Yeah, judging by your expression, I suppose you didn't know. Which means you were sort of frozen in time inside of his realm for all those years. I have no words to express my admiration for what he did in order to protect you. And I had no idea he had a rebel mind too. It took him and I both breaking the law to achieve love. I actually think I was exactly 4 years old when I first saw you in my dreams. It was around the time that my father passed away. We grew up together into separate realities for years and years. Our dreams were the bridge linking us. I understand that now. I don't know. I am conflicted about whether I will miss doing your writings. It's what I have done all my life, what I was born to do. But I can't stand what these people have done to us. And our tomes are all burned. I know a place where I could probably retrieve unopened ones, but I have no intention of putting ourselves at risk again. Yes, that seemed like the best idea for now. Just live for each other with the resources we have. Make up for the time we've lost all along these years while being apart. We had such a short time together before they divided us again. I want to rediscover my existence with you around me, and what it can mean to be alive. Perhaps someday we can find a way to craft our own tomes and create new words. Rumors have it that inside an obscure manuscript by a great-grandfather, he theorized about a way for Traumschreibers to create their own words without giving away 5 years of their lives, nor having to use blood as part of the medium to achieve such wonder. Yes, and after today, I am led to believe that if he truly theorized this, he probably tried it himself to some extent, and may have succeeded. In fact, I think the cocoon word he created for you was completed in such way. The reason why I say this is because he passed away at the age of 68. Which means that spending 5 years to create the word he transferred you in could have potentially caused him to die by age before being able to seal the tome of his sacrifice. Like he mentioned in the letter, the average life expectancy of a Traumschreiber is 70 years. He must have found a way to create your cocoon word without aging 5 years and leap straight into a sacrifice instead. I wouldn't be surprised if he cautiously researched and used this ability away from prying eyes. You know what I mean? Keeping it a secret for all these years. My body's having chills. The mere thought of that man's genius and bravery. I wish I could have known him. And I wish you could have gotten the chance to spend more time with him. I'm sorry. Come closer to me. We are here now. We will heal together. ljh'tâ, is it? I love that. Do you mind if I call you like that sometimes? My ljh'tâ. Dance of the light. The depth of your eyes nearly overwhelms me every single time I gaze into them. I want to show you all of my love, make you feel in ways you've never felt before. Can I touch you underneath your clothes? I know. I just want you to feel completely safe, that's all. You look perfect and I don't want to ruin a thing. I adore your skin. How I managed to survive all the time away from you while writing that tome. It defies my comprehension. Please make me feel your touch. I need my mind to fully accept this is all real. I need my body to appreciate being alive again. Only you can give me this incomparable sensation. It feels so warm, so pleasantly smooth. How does mine feel? I'm happy to hear that. Yes. Feels as if it's the first time I trace every curve of yours. Skin and bones. Feeling the beating of your heart. Kissing your most sensitive parts. I miss running my tongue up and down your neck and gently by it. Feeling the goosebumps rising on the sides of your pelvis and legs. Moving my lips to your shoulders. Along your collarbone. Up into your arms. I just want to stay like this for a minute. you're breathing against me. May I take these off? Your dream. A vision. Feels somewhat funny to say that now. I believe the dream-like air around you will never completely fade. I love these lips. I would break every law in existence for them, let alone the things I'd do for the entirety of you. Your smile. I must have looped the memory of it over a million times in my head to give myself strength to not fall apart, inside and out. Sanity tends to be an elusive thing if you're not close enough. I agree. Yes, I agree. Never again. Never again. Come on top of me. Come on top of me. My beautiful. Yes. The most beautiful I've ever seen. I love seeing the candle fire's projection in your irises. I wonder, do you know what a Sehntausch is? If to take it as a literal translation, it means something like sight exchange. It is an innate ability of all Traumschreibers I have come to learn about recently from the Traumlibrary. It can be manifested only when love resides in the heart and mind of both. Technically, in this moment, we meet all the requirements to achieve this. Basically, with our bodies naked, entwined, and motionless, we must pretend and visualize blackness all around us. Everything in this room and in this world must disappear but us. All sounds must fade, but the one of our breathing, until we'll feel the flow of our mutual blood and the beating of our mutual hearts, the perfect alignment of our body's frequencies. In that moment we'll close our eyes. You'll lay your head down in between of my neck and shoulder and allow our highest desired daydreams to stream into each other's minds to create one unique and fluid dreamscape to be immersed into. I will then enter you when we both will be ready. It is the deepest way I know of to glimpse into the core of our own and each other's beings. Do you wish to try? Place your hand on my chest and dress in it, right on top of my heart. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes and keep your hand firmly on me. Don't be afraid. I got you no matter what. Just be guided by the flow of thoughts as you focus on us whilst leaving everything else behind. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your eyes on me. Yes. Yes. I can feel it. I can feel it. I feel you now. Close your eyes. Lay your head down on me. They all come together. Escape with me. Don't listen to my words. Just feel them dripping down on you. Allow my thoughts to be ripples, wading further and further through you. Let your will be the power to send these ripples forth. Cover the lens of your conscious mind with the immensity that resides within you. We'll bend the light around us and let it become a revealing reflection of our souls. We are fearlessly bound. Accept who I am and who I have become as I accept you. Dissolved into one another. Feel the gaze of my soul, the embrace of my body. It sends warm waves out to the seemingly cold stir of the universe. Shall this be a bold reminder to it that some things deserve to be saved? Some things are worth fighting for. For all emotions and sensations have a reason to exist. So do you. So do I. I want to dive into you. It's okay. I got you. We are okay. That felt incredible, didn't it? Just as it